Cut that off.
Sneeze.
Yeah. I didn't sneeze.
Yeah, the Miltech, I like it. Is that the GT2? Is the GT2 RS?
Couple car.
I was gonna buy it. I was thinking about it. It was 40 grand, but it had 700 racing hours on the engine. Yeah, I don't. Well, so it had a huge overrev, 9,500 plus, on the little DME before. And I was like, nope. Not worth $25,000.
I think a blade.
A what?
It could be okay.
Yeah, it could be, or it could be a $25,000 money pit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, it's not worth the risk to me.
Nope. All right. Yeah, like I say, just riding along, it's like, okay, I get what you mean there.
Yeah, after I rode with you, I realized, oh, that's what it feels like to turn in properly.
Yeah.
When you turn in earlier, you can actually feel, you can get on the gas because you're earlier, and you can feel the car drift out to the road, right? Like it wasn't like I was riding, I wasn't driving out to the end. The car was drifting.
It just goes out there. Yeah.
And that's what it feels like when you actually take it at proper speed.
That's what I would say. Like the students who are just learning the track, it's like your car needs to be out there, and when you go faster, it's gonna be out there no matter what you do. It's just gonna go there.
Yeah, it's just gonna go there. Right. Well, I didn't want to drive it out there, so I wanted to like get myself in the habit of just gradually increasing speed so I could feel it as we were going faster. But
yeah, the one thing I want you to work on, and it may just be one of those mental things, but coming into under the bridge here, so you're mid-track.
I come in right under the middle of the bridge. I'm aiming towards the left. I'm braking before that patch of dirt on the left, right?
Oh yeah, I brake earlier there.
Brake earlier and turn in earlier.
I think what happens is less experienced drivers, it's like, okay, I have to do like 4 different things, and I can only do like maybe 2 at once. So I'm gonna, so you don't want to be like brake and then coast, but you don't want to be like kind of brake but not really, and then brake really deep and then not turn in. Because if I'm driving, I can sort of brake and turn in, like overlap my braking and turning in points.
Right.
Where until you sort of have enough experience to like know the track and know the car, you're not going to really want to do that, or not really know how to do that, or not think about doing that. So what happens? People they'll brake, like they might brake at the same place I do, at the same speed, but what happens is then they don't turn in until way too late because they're thinking like, okay, I need to finish braking. Now think about turning in. Now turn in. Well, there goes 20 feet of track that you just,
That's kind of what I was doing. So I'm braking late, and I want to finish braking so I don't turn in. And you're like, turn in. I'm like, ow.
I'm still braking. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm still braking. So if I brake earlier, and the other thing is, I know braking points, like mental braking points for whatever car I drive, a Miata in a sim racing game, right? Like I know you brake at the 3, or you brake at the 2, or you brake at that piece of dirt on the road. And these tracks are accurate, so the track looks the same.
It's pretty.
It's down to the patch of dirt right there on the left as you come around to turn 10. There's that patch of dirt there. You brake until that, and then you turn in at that patch of dirt. So I know that, but in this car, I don't know where the braking point is, and I don't want to find the limit out there.
Oh yeah, well it's a very different setup. It's also real life.
Yeah, well, so that's what my dad was like. So how is it compared to your sim racing games? I was like, it's a little more realistic. And he was like, well, duh. So
because now you're gonna wreck when you go play the video games, right?
Right. Well, I wreck all the fucking time, right? But that's why.
Don't tell me that.
That's where I learn where the limits of the car are.
Yeah.
So in that one, you go too far, you go, okay, not that far. I can't do that here. I have to gradually increase my speed.
And what does that feel like when you do that? Like actually forces on your body, which you don't get.
Right. So I don't know if you noticed, I kept just yanking this bitch tight. This helped a lot.
They're not bad seats. It's just, I think.
So in America, they have actual sport bucket seats in Europe, and they're $6,000 if you want to, like, I was like, no, I'll just go buy a fucking Recaro seat for $900. Like, yeah. I would like that. That would be fantastic if I could get a pair of Recaro seats for like $900 or something and stick them in here. I don't give a shit about this car.
Yeah.
Like I don't take care of, like, I take care of it, but I don't. Everyone in my little car group is like, oh, I got mods for my mirrors and I got a new front lip, and I'm just like, dude, I just want it to go fucking fast.
Brake pads, tires, and track time.
Yeah, that's all I want. That's really all I want. So.
Because there's no point in spending. I mean, obviously modifications to like balance the car or whatever. That something's really lacking. Like these pads suck. Okay, get better pads. But
So have you ever used the Girodisc pads like I'm using, the Street Strip?
I've never heard of them.
I've never used any other pads on this car, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard of them myself. But
This is like the most aggressive pad they sell, but they don't squeal. So I wonder how aggressive are they really?
don't know. Yeah, what's the operating temperature? And
See, and you would know more than I would. Like I'd not.
like mine, I think they get to about 14 or 1600 degrees before they start to fade.
See, so I need to get the paint markers. I need to get the paint markers and see what my operating temperatures are. Right?
Yeah.
Is that what you do? The pieces of.
You could. Yeah, I haven't, but I'm just saying that's what the pads the manufacturer says.
Right.
They go from like 9 to 1500 degrees.
So like so like what temperatures do my brakes get to out here? So
That's a great question.
there was a little bit of brake fade, but not much that
Felt
time.
better.
Yeah.
And you're going faster too.
Yeah. Was it?
I think braking later and harder. Let's say you're coming in from the same. The starting braking speed and the ending braking speed are the same regardless.
Right.
If you brake earlier versus and softer versus later and harder, you actually put more heat into the brakes, braking lighter.
Okay. So I was
Because
scared.
you're braking for longer.
Yeah. So I was scared of that because the pedal pressure feel was going down. I didn't want to brake harder.
But if you're
lay into it and get nothing.
and then get nothing, and
yeah.
then you're like, oh, shit,
and then you're like, oh shit, what do we do?
We're at the 2 and you
Right.
get nothing. So that's true. So all right, last thought I'll leave you with. So under the bridge, you're mid-track, like that dirt patch, whatever
Right.
visual you're using, where you're going to turn in. You're aiming like your left front tire is heading right for that, so it's kind of straight. You go over the little crest, and it's just kind of straight.
Right.
And you do your braking early enough. You get off the brakes, and then you almost like when I'm driving, I'm like this far from the grass. I get probably closer, but I'm pretty close to the grass because the further left you are when you turn in, you have a straighter shot. Yeah. It's like taking offline when you're passing to the right. You really got to turn the wheel.
So you're starting like in the middle under the bridge. You come through. You're aiming for the left. Like here's the bend right here. You're aiming for this, right? So you start braking after you get to the bridge. Would that be a good braking point? Like when you get under the bridge, start braking?
No, you got to wait.
Too early?
You got to wait.
So start braking after the bridge.
We can work on
aiming for the left and then hard turn to the right.
Yeah, a lot of people will not. I think it's a mental thing because you're thinking like, oh shit, I got to get turned, and if I go way too deep, I'm gonna miss the corner, which is true. But it's sort of like a go deep, go way left, and then turn the wheel. Like I'd be interested to see can you turn that off? I'd be interested to see sort of the hand position while people are driving, like me or you or whoever. But I would